Alright guys, in this video we're going to start looking at cars and look at payment plans or payment options and monthly payment amounts for cars and use that to figure out how much interest we're having to pay on car loans. Okay, so this problem says suppose that you borrow $12,000 for 3 years at 5% towards the purchase of a new car. We want to find the monthly payments amounts and then the total interest for the loan. Alright, so over on the right we see this this formula, and what this PMT is this is our regular payment amount, and so this tells us how much we're going to have to pay monthly for this car. All right, so we need to calculate this PMT. So we have PMT equals my P, which is the amount borrowed, so that is 12,000, times my rate, which is 5%, which is 0.05, divided by N, which is your number of payments per year. So since we're doing monthly payments, my N is 12. And now that's divided by 1 minus 1 plus my rate, which is 0.05, divided by my N, which is 12, raised to the negative N times T, which is the number of years, so times 3. Alright, so we're just going to calculate this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate the top first, I'm going to calculate the bottom, and then we're going to divide those two together. Alright, so multiplying the two top numbers together is going to give me a total of 50 on the top. And now if I calculate and simplify the bottom, I'm going to get a total of 0.1390. We'll just say 24, a little bit around in there, not too bad. And now if we divide these two numbers together, we're going to get a regular monthly payment amount of $359.65. So this is how much that we should be paying monthly for our car payment. Alright, now what we want to do is we want to figure out how much total interest we're going to have to pay for the loan. Alright, and so first we got to figure out how much money we're going to have to pay over these 3 years. So if I'm paying $359.65 per month for 12 months in a year over 3 years, so $359.65 times 12 times 3, well, that's going to give me a total of $14,026.35. Well, we only had to borrow $12,000. So then if we take that $14,026.35 and subtract the $12,000 amount from that, well, that'll tell me the amount of interest that I had to pay. And so let's subtract those in order to find the total interest. And subtracting those gives me a total of $2,026.35. Alright, so this problem says, suppose that you're thinking about buying a car and have narrowed down your choices to two options. The new car option, to where the new car costs $30,000, could be financed with a 5-year loan at 7.2%, or a used car option where a 3-year-old model of the same car costs $15,000 and can be financed with a 5-year loan at 7.95%. So we want to figure out what is the difference in monthly payments between financing the new car and financing the used car. Okay, so first we have to find the monthly payment for the new car first. So my PMT, so this is for the new car. Okay, so we're going to look at new car first. So my PMT is P, which is 30,000, times my rate, which is 0.0702, divided by your monthly payments, which is 12, all over 1 minus 1 plus your rate, 0.0702, again over 12, and then raise that to the negative 12 times T, which is a 5-year loan, so times 5. Alright, so now when I calculate this together, On the top, I'm going to get 175.5. And then on the bottom, when I calculate all that together, I get 0.29529, and we'll just round it up to 6. And now divide those two numbers to get our monthly payment of $594.32. Okay, so that's your monthly payment for the new car. Okay, so now let's do it for the used car. All right, so for the used car option, I've already plugged it into the formula for it. So we have 15,000 times 0.0795 divided by 12 over 1 minus 1 plus 0.0795 divided by 12 raised to the negative 12 times 5. So again, I just took the P, the R, the T, and the N, plugged them into our regular payment amount formula, and now I'm just going to calculate this up. And so when I calculate the top, I get 99.375, and then when I calculate the bottom, I get 0.327121. Alright, again, a little round in there. And now, divide these two numbers, I get a monthly payment for the used car of $303.79. Alright, so that's how much we would have to pay for the used car. Okay, and so if we just kind of recap for the new car, okay, so for the new car, we found our PMT to equal $594.32. So the question asked us, okay, so if we go back to the question says, what is the difference in monthly payments between the two types of financing? And so we're just going to take these two, so $594.32, and we're going to subtract the $303.79, and we find that difference of $290.53. And that's the difference between the monthly payments of the two different financing options.